Hi, my name is Angelo Icaboni, and I work at Linfield Christian School, and today it's my pleasure to share with you about my recent trip to Haiti. I've been down to Haiti 4 different times with a wonderful organization called the Haiti Endowment Fund. The Haiti Endowment Fund is an organization that was founded by Harold and Natalie Byther over 25 years ago. They're a nonprofit government organization whose sole mission is to bring others to Christ. And they send down 10 short-term mission trips each year, which include construction missionary work, church plants, pastoral teaching, women's conferences, and a VBS. And this past year, I went down on a VBS trip serving 250 local Haitian kids. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. Its government corruption, its deforestation, its lack of infrastructure and resources makes this a world unlike any that we've ever seen before. Over 80% of the people in Haiti live on $2 a day or less. Over 50% of the population, most of whom are adults, are illiterate. And it's just the amount of darkness and trash and just depression that can come over a people and a whole country is just so amazing to see. And it's this type of environment where we wanted to bring down and to share firsthand with some students from the school that I work at, with the hopes of broadening their world understanding and giving them a sense of purpose and mission in serving the Great Commission. We prepared these 12 students that were hand-selected from our school by working together on our own personal testimonies, sharing life stories, working on team-building exercises, and doing Bible studies and preparing the actual VBS camp with 5 different skits and lessons that they would share with the 250 kids that we had at this VBS camp in Haiti. In addition to our time down there, we also did a medical outreach as we had a doctor and a nurse come down with us, and it gave us a chance to see firsthand how medical outreach is done in such a poor country. Very little has changed since the devastating earthquake in January of 2010 in Haiti. While there has been some improved infrastructure, there are still tent cities. There are still devastating, broken down homes that have not been rebuilt. There are still cars dead on the roadside. There's no AAA in Haiti, and so things just, when they're broken down, they get left behind. It is still a country of despair. It is so easy to see firsthand the darkness of the people without a Savior and for those who love Jesus Christ. And when we see these kids and the people from the church who are helping us put on this VBS camp, you see, even though they're amongst the poorest in the world, people come alive. Their smiles, their worshiping of the Lord in song is unlike I've ever seen before here in America. They know they have a Savior. And it's so easy to see across the street or in the downtown area when you drive through the town to see the people who are depressed and without hope of a Savior. Some of the fun things that we did at this VBS camp, as I mentioned, we did skits, we shared worship songs with them, we did games, we did arts and crafts, and we fellowshiped with them. We hung out, even just playing, throwing a frisbee or blowing bubbles or jumping rope for hours on end. Things that we take for granted here in our electronic plugged-in world, things that they don't have. They're delighted to throw a frisbee for hours upon end or to blow bubbles for 2 hours straight. Versus here, I think we'd be challenged, myself included, to sit still for more than half an hour without checking my phone, or for kids without playing video games. Such a personal relationship with them, just sharing a smile. You can't speak with them without an interpreter, and so we speak with hugs and smiles and visual signs, and so that was also a unique challenge but a tremendous blessing as well, learning how to share Christ's love with these kids. I love that verse in John where it talks about he who loves me will receive my spirit, and out of his heart will flow rivers of living water. And that is my prayer for myself and for my team members who went down with me, these young adults, that they would allow Christ's Spirit to flow through them, that we would always draw closer to God and to be filled with His Spirit to overflowing, where that overflowing can flow into others. In closing, my encouragement to all of us, myself included, is that God has an amazing adventure plan for you in the mission field. Whether that's in the country of Haiti, or whether that's with your next door neighbor. Don't miss out on an opportunity that God has prepared uniquely for you and for me. We need to be bold to step into that and to share His love. The world is in need of a Savior. We know who that is in Jesus Christ, and we need to share that with others. Thank you for listening.